So let's start with our root chakra, our root energy center. And our root is where we meet our seat if you're sitting in a chair, or where your bottom meets the ground if you're sitting on the ground. If you flex your muscles to hold back the flow of urine, you're really finding that energy center. Now, an energy center can't be found in a muscle or in a tissue. It's more spacious, you could say. It's not going to be found under a microscope of any kind. However, if you draw your attention and just flex those muscles there at that lower energy center, energy center number one, you're going to feel the space of where that universe is. Now, I'm going to refer to the energy centers as a universe because they really are a whole system that can give us healing, hope, gifts, and by gifts I mean resources and insights. So in this very central energy center that is our root, we are connected to our family of origin, our experiences and conditioning as young children. It's a place of emotional safety, and it's a place where we can ground our energy and our presence in connection with the earth element. So I'm going to start today's energy meditation to help us create an energetic grounding with earth, which will be a resource and support as we do the healing work together. You know what? Actually, let's just start with that, and then I will have us open our eyes and go back to the teaching about this place. But before we fill up with a lot of thoughts around it, let's just experience that place in our body. So starting off, just taking some nice even breaths. Notice what it's like to breathe in to the count of 3 or 4 or 5, and to exhale to the same count. So when you're ready, just breathing in fully, and then exhaling completely. And if it helps you to count, then I'd love you to count, maybe using the count of 4. If counting isn't so great for you, trust that. Trust your intuition. As you breathe, just notice your feet first. Make that connection to the surface under you through your feet. If you're sitting cross-legged and you can reach, kind of feel the soles of your feet. Or if your feet are on the ground, just let the bottoms of your feet touch the ground. Maybe roll up on your heels and on the balls of your feet. And just continue your deep breathing. Breathing in to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 4. If you want to try making that a little longer, breathing in to the count of 5 or 6 and breathing out to the count of 5 or 6. And just noticing if there's a pause kind of after your inhale, rest there before you exhale. And if you feel yourself pausing after your exhale, enjoy that pause before you inhale. Taking your time and feeling your own way of doing this breathing. Knowing that the breathing is bringing you into connection with your body. Noticing your feet is bringing you into connection with the earth element. And now bringing your attention to that space in the body that we talked about, where physically you can feel the muscles as though you were stopping yourself from peeing. You just clench there and you can feel those muscles. And that's the space of the root chakra, the energy center number 1. And just notice maybe closing your eyes and imagining that you're entering that space. Notice any sensations there, if it's easy or difficult to feel it. And continuing with your deep breath, you're doing great. Bring to your imagination the sense of a beautiful root system. Now you might feel the roots, you might see them, you might think about them in words. However you imagine, begin to imagine that there is this wonderful, very beautiful root system that connects to your hips, your tailbone, your space of this energy center, your legs, and it goes down into the earth. And you can imagine this root system is surrounded by a beautiful channel of light. And as you imagine the roots or the channel of light, whatever feels most comfortable for you to imagine, imagine how the earth's energy, the healing quality of the stability of earth, the gravity of earth, how there's a relationship between your energy center, your light, your roots, and Earth's energy. And you can invite a very kind back and forth as you imagine your roots going down into the earth and Earth's very supportive energy coming up through this column of light, this root system, through your legs, into your lower body, and just allowing that back and forth as now you imagine sending your energy down, stabilizing yourself in connection to Earth, and Earth sending you kindness, support, stability, safety through this gentle play, whether it's light or a kind of temperature or a picture or an emotion you feel, just inviting this back and forth. It might come in words like I receive Earth's energy. I stabilize and ground my energy, sending it down to Earth. I receive Earth's loving, kind stability. I send my root system down into Earth, grounding myself, creating stability and safety in my system. And just coming back to your breath, inhaling, and when you're ready, exhaling. And just feeling the calmness, appreciating the moment as you breathe. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. You've done a great job. So you just did a practice to ground your energy. And that practice was about 9 minutes or so. So we really took our time there. You can do that grounding practice in 2 minutes if you'd like. Now let's talk a little bit more about this energy center and what it might hold as a kind of world and experience for us. So it holds for us this ability now in our life, wherever we're at, whatever our life experience has been, it holds in it the possibility of feeling very connected, safe, and the word that comes to me is centralized. So we're able to meet our own emotions, we're able to bring our nervous system peace. If we're in a chaotic swirl of thought or commotion of some kind, we can take a moment to focus there and breathe deeply and give ourselves permission to be connected to the earth's energy. And in this world of this energy center of the root chakra, we're able to bring ourselves healing that we need from healing for those experiences in our life, maybe right now, today, maybe from the past, where we didn't feel safe, where we didn't feel protected or solid or sure of who we were, or, maybe on a relationship level where we didn't feel really connected to a group or to a family or to a bigger system. So right now, just notice and write down for yourself, are there any places, people, times in your life right now where you would like more of this grounded presence, this stability and safety? It might be when you're asleep. It might be at work. It might be with a key person in your life. And just notice that. This noticing, this wish you have, it's really important. It can be worded internally like, I recognize that I wish to bring the energy of grounding and stability, the resource of unconditional love, presence, stability into this time or this relationship or this way I am with myself, whatever it is. And if there's any time from the past that shows up for you, write that down as well. In this process of healing on a relationship level, we of course aren't able to go back in time and change events, but we are able to come from our mature, kind, adult, present self that is grounded and stable, and send healing love and healing resources to our younger self. So if any age or experience in your life shows up for you right now, trust that. That is the time, the place, the inner child in you that is saying, hey, I'm here. And I could really use your love. I could use your maturity and your stability now. So write that down, and we will give that during the meditation, during the healing process. We will give the beautiful gifts of this energy center of the root chakra to a time in our past and to a time in our life right now. One other thing that I find is very, very helpful to notice is if there are times in your day, in your experience right now, where you shame yourself or you feel unworthy or like you can't take up enough space in your life, or perhaps it's that it's difficult to start dating again, or it's difficult to go for an advancement at work, or it might just even feel hard to parent or to show up socially. Just notice that and notice how, as you bring yourself the healing and the gifts of this grounded, centered, presence within yourself, you're actually opening, relaxing, and expanding energetically. And this is going to give you room to, in a sense, spread your wings in your relationships and in your relationship to yourself. So most of us have some kind of critical thinking about ourselves. It could show up as an inner critic that says you're not good enough, or boy, that was spacey of you, or you don't try enough. Whatever it is, I can come up with lots of things my inner critic says. But what we're doing here is we're developing an opportunity and a healing space where we acknowledge that inner voice or feeling, and we give it the protection and the care and the grounding, unconditional love that it deserves, that it needs. So whatever that critical voice says, or whatever that critical feeling or sensation is, it could be a tension or a pain in the body. Right now, let's do it right now together. Let's just acknowledge that and just say the words, I hear you, I feel you, and I am here in my most unconditionally loving energy to give you healing, to give you support, to help you feel safe, protected. And it's okay if you want to still tell me what I need to do. I will listen, but I listen from my own truth. And as you do this, as you accept and you care for yourself, even for those parts of you that are critical or mean, just notice if there's a relaxation, an opening. And if there isn't one, that's okay. Just invite yourself to take some nice deep breaths now. And as you breathe deeply, invite yourself to integrate, to accept and love even this voice or feeling or pain. Whoops. Invite yourself to love, to hold, to connect with all of yourself, even the part of you that is critical or has suffering, and knowing that your core truth at the soul level has so much space, so much room, so much openness. And in that openness and in that grounded presence of your root chakra, you allow the critical self to relax, to lie back and receive your kind support, your kind presence, and just invite a connection like a hug between yourself and this critical part of you, as though you were just zipping together like two sides of a down jacket that, when zipped up, becomes very cozy and warm. And if the body wants to move, if you wish to yawn or stretch, just allow that. That's what happens as we invite healing and as we feel healing on the energy level. We might move, we might laugh, we might cry. And it can help sometimes to make a hand motion, like if you open your eyes, you'll see I'm moving my hands in kind of a circular fashion. And that's a way I create integration in my body, in my soul, in my mind. And there might be another way that you do this, maybe hands in prayer position, hands on the forehead or the heart. And just take a deep breath. Exhale fully. Great job. So you just did some healing right there with your inner critic, with that critical part of you, bringing integration and connection, and inviting the resource of the root chakra universe to give to you. So whether you're aware of it on a conscious level or it was just kind of going along with the words Magli was saying, you did it perfectly. In our next part of healing here with the root center, we're going to be working in that meditative way, similar, but we're going to start with inviting a guide or angel or animal or element or place in nature that is an additional resource that comes from this energy center of the root chakra. Okay, in this part of our healing program, we're going to meet a guide, an angel, support in non-ordinary reality. This could be in nature, this could be a color, an animal, this could be God, this could be an element of the divine, the goddess, whatever works for you, whatever shows up as being stabilizing, unconditionally loving, benevolent, supportive, grounding. This is the guide of the root chakra. And so I want to begin with a little short alternate nostril breathing practice where we're just going to bring balance to the left and right side of our body, bringing the right, which is the solar, the sun, that's activity and momentum, and the left, which is more open, intuitive, water, moon, into a little bit of balance, hopefully. A lot of balance, I hope. And then that's going to allow us to feel into our central channel, which you can just imagine as being a pillar of light through the center of your body, connecting down into your root chakra. And this comes from yogic science and philosophy and meditation practice and other traditions too. And so this is an energy practice through the breath and through the imagination that's going to kind of prepare us for inviting that guide in to help us with healing and gifts and resources in our root chakra. So if you're congested at all, you're going to want to blow your nose first. Go get a tissue, pause the recording. Please don't worry about doing this right. You're just getting into the swing of it, feeling this alternate nostril breathing today. We're only going to do about 3 minutes. So we're going to start, and there's different hand positions you can use. I tend to do the thumb and the ring finger like this. You can also just do one finger like this. So we're going to begin by closing the right side and just breathing into the left to the count of 4. And then as you close the left side, you open the right side and you exhale through the right nostril to the count of 5. It could be 4, it could be 6. Then you close the right side and you open the left and you inhale left to the count of 4. Naturally, your focus might go to your forehead. Close the left, exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to make it a little more complicated. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. inhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now as you close left, focus on your third eye and then exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of your exhale, pause for a moment and then inhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right side and focus on your third eye, middle of your forehead, and then exhale left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now lower your hand, and as you breathe in and as you breathe out, imagine a beautiful pillar of light that goes from your root chakra, your lowest energy center, through the middle of your body, in the area close to your spine, maybe a little in front of your spine, the center of your body, and this column of light goes up through your body, all the way through your head to your crown chakra. So as we do this, we're just going to name the different energy centers. Just imagining with any way that you imagine, visually, kinesthetically, emotionally, through words, through knowing. And just imagine your lower root chakra first, then your belly area, about 3 fingers width under your belly button, going into the center of the body. That would be chakra 2. And then moving up about 3 fingers width above the belly button, the solar plexus, move into the center of your body, feeling the column of light there. And then moving up into your heart center, in the back of your heart, you could say, area in the center of your body, feeling the 4th chakra. Then moving up to your throat area, going into your neck, the inside of your neck, feeling that 5th chakra. Feeling the light in your system, and then in your forehead, moving to where you could imagine the space between your eyebrows and going inside the head, feeling the light there in your head and face. And then moving up to the crown of your head, you might want to put a hand on the top, just feeling the light fill the top of your head area. Maybe you feel it around your head. And then gently, slowly bringing your attention and your awareness back down from the crown to the center of the forehead, inside the body, feeling the column of light, to the throat center, to the heart center, to the solar plexus, to the belly, to the root. Great job. Great. Wonderful. So now you've done the preparation, the energy breathing preparation for our journey to meet our guide, for our root energy center, for healing in relationship, healing in every part of our life, our body, our mind, our spirit, that connects to this embodied experience as a human of caring for ourselves, of communicating, and of being in relationship with other people. And also being in relationship with our guides, with the divine, with nature, our relationship to thoughts, to feelings, to sensations. So continuing to breathe regularly, calming and grounding and centering yourself with your breath. I invite you to imagine a place in nature you really love being in. And as you imagine, allow your sense of seeing to be very open. You can just wish for this, allow myself to see little moments or images, or to feel. Invite the sense of feeling to be very open. Allow me to feel, to sense through my emotions. You can make this request in different ways. You can say allow, or may I, or I pray. May I be open to listening. May I hear messages, words, music, sounds. May I be open to deep listening. I pray that I know. I pray that I open my sense of knowing so that I know truth. I know what is right for myself and what I need as a resource. And may I open my sense of kinesthetic energy body awareness, sensations, movements, temperatures. May I be connected, aware, and open to my kinesthetic energy awareness. So now that all these different sense channels have been invited to be open in the way that is most helpful to you today. So trusting our energy body's wisdom, we will go back to imagining this place in nature that we find very comfortable, grounding, peaceful. And as you imagine this place in nature, send your roots down into the earth from your lowest energy center, the root chakra, connecting with Earth's energy. And just imagine in your place in nature what the ground is like. Allow the ground to give you support. You might feel it or know things about it. You might see it or hear it. You might feel what it's like to walk on the ground in this place in nature. And keep breathing regularly, taking your time as you inhale and taking your time as you exhale. Regulating your body, your mind, your spirit through your breath. And now inviting next to you or behind you or in front of you or somewhere in this place in nature, your guide to this universe of the root chakra. Inviting your guide. Your guide might be an ancestor, an angel, the divine, something in nature, an element, a color. Your guide might be an animal or an element like wind or earth or fire or air or space. And just noticing what your imagination gives you as your guide, and knowing that your guide for your root energy center is very grounding, stabilizing, unconditionally loving. And whatever form they take, just imagine their kindness and their support for you. And if for some reason nothing comes to your imagination, allow yourself to create, to be creative. Perhaps today you wish your guide to be a lovely rock or the color blue. Whatever it is you wish for, so it is. And just imagine it there next to you, behind you, so that you can listen, feel, sense, see, and know through your guide's messages. And it's absolutely perfect to use your imagination. And your guide might also show up as a kinesthetic awareness. So just a kind of energy that's cool or warm, a kind of pattern of movement. It might feel like your heart just sings a little bit more, expands a little bit more, like your root energy center can relax a little bit more, unwind. And let's begin with this kinesthetic awareness, knowing that our guide is next to us or behind us. Whether we've become aware of details of our guide or not, we've invited their presence and support in our healing today. So as you breathe and connect with the earth, you invite yourself into the space of the root energy center, allowing the root energy universe to help you ground and become very stable. Notice for yourself what stability is felt or imagined as. Stability, connection, safety. Stability, connection, safety, unconditional love and support. Just imagine what that is for you. Maybe it's a mountain. Maybe it's a kind, loving hand. Maybe it's a song. Allow any symbols, experiences, images of this kind, present support of the root energy center to be here for you as you breathe. And just allowing this space in your body of the root center to kind of relax and let go as though it was just uncurling, unwinding. And if there's movement, that's wonderful. If there's stillness, that's wonderful too. Just breathing and sending your breath to this space in your body, your tailbone, the space where your legs meet the chair, all of your organs there, your legs as well, your feet, letting there be a deep unwinding and releasing in this lower center. And if you don't feel that, invite a healing that creates a container for this healing to occur in the future, a container around your lower body, maybe a beautiful light that gives warmth and protection that will create the perfect atmosphere for this unwinding and releasing in the lower energy center of the root chakra. And just bringing into your awareness the truth of your soul's purpose to evolve, to love, to be loved, to receive gifts and healing, to receive your truth and the forms of feelings, the forms of communications, the forms of self-love that will be a base, a foundation for all of your relationship to self and others. You are now creating the foundation of your love, of your connection, of your hope, and you're joining with yourself and with others. So just imagining you're building a house and you first create that connection with the earth. And as your house, you're creating a stable, grounded connection with the earth. Or maybe for you, it's another metaphor a tree sending its roots into the earth, a beautiful, strong rock or mountain. So just breathing and releasing into this foundation. And acknowledging if there is a time or place or person in your life right now that you wish to bring healing energy to, the healing universe of the root chakra. So just sending those symbols, those experiences maybe of slowing down, unwinding. It might be warmth. There might be a symbol like a circle or a mountain that you can send to that time or place or event or person in your life. And this is a very giving, healing, loving act. You're giving to this part of yourself in relationship, in work, in sleep time, whenever it is, you're giving to yourself. So just breathe and give. And as you give, you receive. You receive the healing energy of the root center. See what it's like to receive the healing in your back body. Breathing and noticing the back body. Breathing and bringing your attention to your feet, feeling the healing come up through your legs, giving you support, kindness, and unwinding of any tension so that you can receive this love and support into this part of your life. Receiving the healing like a shower of loving light, of sparkles or color or sounds or sensations coming from the top down into your body, into your spirit, into your energy. Breathe and receive. Nothing to do, just allowing. Smiling if you'd like, and feeling the smile on your face, feeling the smile in your heart, feeling the smile in your belly, feeling the smile in your root energy center, feeling the smile in your knees, feeling the smile in your feet, and feeling, imagining the earth smiling in connection with you. In the space of the smile of the root energy center, if there was any time or younger self that wishes for healing, invite that younger you into this warm, loving embrace of your root energy, giving stability, kindness, care, knowing that you can be a time traveler and wrap the younger you in a supportive connection that helps them right now to ground, to receive love, to receive protection and safety and stability. No matter what came before, you now are able to give this unconditional love to the younger you. And the younger you doesn't have to do anything. You just imagine them, and you imagine the healing and the warm smile, the kind, gentle presence that offers support and acceptance. And the younger you is free to receive, to ignore, to tantrum, to sleep, to play. The younger you is free in however they wish to interact, to relate to this safety, to this love, to this presence that you are. Breathing in fully. Your breath is an energy healing. Your presence is an energy healing. The universe of the root chakra is an energy healing. And you and your younger self can relax, can swim, can lie down, can play in the warmth and connection and kindness of your root energy center. Now we will just breathe and integrate. Invite your guide to assist you. Invite your body to feel. Invite yourself to stretch, to sigh, to make sounds. And to most importantly, breathe. As you breathe in, invite your guide to show you safety. As you breathe out, invite your body to give you comfort. As you breathe in, invite the connection with earth. As you breathe out, invite your connection to all the places and times and events that deserve your love. As you breathe in, bring that inner smile throughout your body. As you breathe out, fill yourself with light. And taking your time now, just breathing and connecting to the root energy center. Thank your guide for their presence. You might bow to them and bow to yourself in your own way. In the most inner landscape of yourself, acknowledge, confirm the permission you've given yourself to heal and center and ground. And now coming out of the meditation, we'll wiggle our toes, open eyes. Maybe you want to stretch a bit or move. And I invite you now to take some notes on that meditation journey. Take your time, pause the recording and get some water. Get your notebook ready, your journal, and we're going to go into the next phase of noticing our process and integrating our experience as healing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take a minute to answer some questions. So I'm going to take you back through the process to kind of remind you of the different steps so that you can note down for yourself what you'd like to remember and practice with over the next 24 hours or longer. All right, so we started with alternate nostril breathing, and we began breathing in and on one side, breathing out on the other, and then we breathed in and breathed out, we rotated. And just remembering that alternate nostril breathing, noting for yourself if you enjoyed it, if you felt one side was more stuck, if it was confusing or grounding or peaceful. What was the experience like for you of alternate nostril breathing? And pause the recording to answer, taking your time. And next, after our alternate nostril breathing, we focused on the central channel, the column of light that goes from our root energy center up through every energy center to the top of our head, our crown. So what was that like for you to feel? And if you want to, pause the recording and just feel into that experience right now and take some notes on it. We then, when you're ready, you've started the recording again. When you opened up your different senses, so you opened your sense of sight, of hearing, listening, your kinesthetic sense, your sense of knowing. You opened up all these ways to imagine, to feel, to get information. What showed up for you? Was one sense kind of more comfortable, or were you happy to think about it as a sense channel? And do you have any beliefs or ideas about these senses, like I should be able to visualize or I should be able to hear messages? Just notice those, write those down. And from my perspective, all of these sense channels are beautiful, and they open for us in different ways at different times. There's not one right or wrong way. I think the more important healing work is to appreciate the way we sense. So when we appreciate the way we sense, it deepens and opens even more. So just take a note about that. And I believe in the journey you were imagining this place in nature you find really comfortable as you opened your senses, if that helps you to remember. Next, we invited a guide for the root energy center. So just notice and write down, who was your guide? Were they a person or an animal, an aspect of the divine, an angel, an element, something in nature? And with their support, you received the healing of that root center. So write down anything now that comes to you from the longer healing process. Any images, thoughts, feelings in the body, maybe emotional or energy releases you had. Just write down all the notes that come to you now. Pause the recording and take your time. So then we also explored a time or a place, an event, a person in our life today, in our day-to-day life, that we wanted to send our healing to. So how did you do that? How was that lived for you? How did you send your healing to that time, person, event, situation? And just as you write down, notice if you get some ideas of how you might like to send metaphors, like I send blue light, I send a beautiful circle, a shell, whatever it is, as a sending of healing, grounding energy from that root center to that person or event or relationship. And pause the recording, take your time. Next, we time traveled to find our inner child or an aspect, a time, a place from the past that we wish to give healing to. And we created integration. So just write down notes about that for yourself. What do you remember about that? And as well, any ideas or healing messages you receive right now about that allowing of the inner child and of the past to receive the grounding, loving stability of the root center, the root chakra. And before we ended the meditation journey, we thanked our guide, we thanked ourselves, we returned to deep breathing, we felt the body, and we came back to this reality. But I'm hoping that this reality now has a bit more of the reality of the root chakra universe. And this day, this 24 hours, it could be for a week, you spend some time reminding yourself of grounding your energy. You could do that for a minute, grounding your energy by imagining that column of light going down to earth, your root system, And that you also bring in, for just a minute or two, those qualities. You remember the safety, the unconditional love, the stability, the presence that you can create in yourself at any moment, any situation, and that you can give to yesterday, that you can give to tonight's sleep, to any place, time, or relationship. So this will be the practice of integration for the next day or so. First grounding, feeling into that root universe, and then being your own energy healer. And it might be that in the energy healing, you're wanting to release something, to let something go. So we're going to end our root energy center teaching with a practice for unwinding, releasing, healing, and removing anything from that energy center that doesn't belong. Okay? So just going back to your breathing, your deep breathing in, your deep breathing out. And just notice now, is there anything in, as you bring your imagination, your focus into the root center, anything that doesn't belong there? Whether it's an emotion, a person, a memory, whatever it is, with all of your kind, loving, stable presence, release it. Allow it to go down into the earth to be healed. Allow it to go out into space to be healed. Allow it to go on its journey. Whatever remnants have been left in this root energy center, it's now your time to create the spaciousness, the unwinding that you need. So take some deep breaths, and any movements that help you in this unwinding, releasing, may you go off on your own evolution, whatever that energy is, a thought, an emotion, a person, an event, allowing that to go. And let your hands work with you as healers. As energy healers, your hands can help guide and send anything that doesn't belong in your root center back to earth to be healed, out to the edges of the universe to be recycled and evolved. So just letting go of anything that's unneeded by you now, and letting the hands, letting the energy, letting your intentions and your senses release through your exhale. Lean back, invite your guide or guides to support you as you let go. And you can just think, I don't know what I need to let go of, but I invite a letting go. I invite a releasing of any energy, thought, person, emotion that is not mine, that does not belong in my root energy center. Any fear, any regret, any shame, any anger, I invite it to go and be given opportunity to evolve and be nurtured by the universe and by the earth. I like to flick my fingers a little, opening the eyes, flicking the fingers, releasing any energy, rolling the shoulders, shaking it out. Woo, okay. And now just to ground our energy a little more, pat yourself on the back. You did a great job. And take a deep breath and just, oh, my dog got excited when I did that. I'm petting Lily here under the screen. Take a deep breath now and just fill yourself with light and love as you breathe in, breathing in a beautiful color, letting that color go down your body into your toes, connecting you with earth. Breathing with a beautiful color and letting that light just fill you from head to toes like a soothing waterfall of grace. Any color, hear the color, feel the color, see the color, be the color moving through your body. Receive messages of wisdom, Invite yourself to hear and receive any messages of knowing, of wisdom, of grounding. Breathe and receive these messages. You might receive them as feelings, as sensations, as words. And take a moment now to bring your hands together if you'd like in prayer position, or hands on your heart or hands on your belly. And bow to yourself, bow to your inner truth. Deeply honor this inner wisdom, the gifts, the loving connection and stability that I am. I deeply honor the gifts, the stability, the energy, the emotions of the grounding, loving person that I am, the body that I am, the soul that I am, the emotions that I am, the connections, the relationships that I am. In this deep honoring of your individual truth, I bow to you. I hope you bow to yourself. And with joyful gratitude, I close this meditation. Take your time over the next day to be with your grounding root energy center. And I look forward to energy center number 2 with you.